It's times like this economically where credit card companies get a negative connotation as profiting off of the suffering of consumers and small business owners at a time economically where interest rates are skyrocketing, debt levels on the consumer side alone are skyrocketing to the tune of $1 trillion. The question becomes, how do you not only avoid credit card debt, but how do you profit at the same time off of credit card companies and the tools that they're extending to you? The first thing we need to understand is that credit card companies are actually not the devil. At the end of the day, we live in a capitalistic society, and any relationship is going to have somebody who has the leverage in that relationship. Credit card companies do get to write the rules, but at the end of the day, when you understand the mechanisms, the functions of a credit card, you start to understand that credit card companies benefit the most when you use them profitably and properly without incurring interest and without paying fees. You have to understand, interest rates and fees on credit cards are used as a behavioral mechanism to deter you from using them. They're not intended for them to make this sizable profit off of you misusing them. What happens is you're increasing your risk when you use the credit cards the way that they really don't want you to use them. So they have to inflate the profit they can make off of it, because at this point, the principal they've extended to you is at risk. Credit card interest rates are ridiculous because they don't want you to use them as a long-term lending product. That's not because they're evil. Understanding this is essential to you being able to avoid credit card debt and not have a scarcity mentality where you avoid credit cards altogether. The fees, the interest rates are all intended to steer you into using them a different kind of way. And what's that particular way? Transactionally. They're not intended to be a debt product. Only those of us who have a true understanding of how to navigate these tools efficiently to where we strike a profit over whatever potential interest costs or fees we may incur using it as a debt product, which is a very small minority. You have to understand, just like when your parents were raising you, if you functioned in a certain way that created an extra level of risk, they're going to chastise you. And if they surveyed you shortly after that chastising, you probably would call them the devil as well. Credit card companies are not the devil. They have stakeholders and shareholders that they're beholden to, as well as they're a for-profit entity. They have to set the rules in a way that's going to allow their company to continue to survive and thrive. That having been said, they come out best when you use the card efficiently and effectively, which is transactionally, which is why there's so many promotions for 0% offers. If credit card companies wanted you to use it in a way that incurred interest, they wouldn't have set the standard of 0% intro offers for 1 year, 2 years at a time sometimes. They would have set some lower interest rate bar, and that would have been the case where they're making interest no matter what you're doing. When you use credit cards properly, you don't pay a dime in interest. You literally do not pay a dime in interest. So the first thing to understanding that how to profit from credit cards is to understand the terms and conditions in which to use it and financially educate yourself in a way where you know how to use it to your benefit. Your everyday transactions literally can strike you a profit. Literally, everyday gas, groceries, streaming services, entertainment, paying bills, literally the only financial tool that actually lets you profit from using it by earning rewards points and other benefits on credit cards. Insurance, other insurances, protections, and many other benefits, not to mention probably the most important benefit you get from using credit cards properly is building out your credit profile and your credit score. You can't even put a dollar amount on the benefit of having a solid credit profile, and credit cards are the #1 tool to help you benefit from that. More than 50% of the credit scoring algorithm is based off of your usage on credit cards. Think utilization and payment history. Those right there alone are somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 to 70+% of your credit score. That's credit cards and any other revolving account, of course. That having been the case, it's important for you to understand going forward, if you're not already in a terrible position with credit cards, that you need to be responsible in understanding the terms and conditions in which how to use credit cards to your benefit, because credit card companies are going to look out for their interests. They are going to be your #1 investors in your financial future, believe it or not. Not your family, not in most cases at least, not your family, not your friends, not your coworkers and colleagues. Financial companies, credit card companies, they're giving you the tools necessary. They have the capital and they've created the infrastructure and have the will to invest in your financial future by giving you a tool that then can turn around and build you a strong financial reputation that you can go out and make millions of dollars off of. Companies like American Express, Chase, and these other large credit card lenders have built out the infrastructure and have come along with laying out the financial education. You can go on their website and learn how to use credit cards effectively. They're literally telling you how to avoid interest, avoid fees. And if you do get in a bind, there's all kind of benevolent systems in place to try to minimize the damage you take if you exercise them. I'm not trying to say that these companies are perfect and there's nothing wrong and they've never done anything wrong. I'm simply saying that the opportunity for you to profit and benefit off credit cards is there, just like it is for them to do the same. Every relationship has somebody in control, or at least has the predominant control, and somebody who does not. That's any relationship. I don't care what it is and who it is. It's your job to make the most out of it, just like in any relationship, to make the most out of it. Credit card companies are here to be your partners. If you benefit from, if you use that relationship properly, they're here to be your partner. So I wanted to make sure that I put this out there because credit card debt is going through the roof. And this is going to be the time frame where a whole nother generation is going to get blinded by the negative experiences of the current generations because they didn't know how to use the cards properly. They didn't know how to benefit from the relationship and the partnership that credit card companies and other lenders out here are providing us to come out on top financially. You can benefit from everyday transactions as well as learning how to arbitrage the cost of using credit cards as a debt tool. If you even have to pay interest in that situation, because if you really are efficient, you find a way to use them as a debt tool at 0% interest as well and minimal fees as well. The goal is to go out and invest in some kind of business or investment opportunity that will allow you to arbitrage a profit over what it costs for you to use it as a lending tool. And if you're not competent enough or educated enough to use it in that capacity, that's okay. You still can come out well ahead using it as an everyday financial tool, an everyday purchase tool, a transactional tool. You don't have to go out here and jump through hoops and do backflips trying to use credit cards in a way that you don't know how to use them and end up getting yourself burned. To profit off credit cards, use them for everyday transactions, pay them off immediately. And if you're educated enough, if you're skilled enough, then use them to leverage into your business and to leverage into other investments that will turn you a profit greater than the cost of using it as a debt tool. To all my pioneers out there, debt is an essential tool, time-wise especially, that will expedite your ability to get to financial abundance, to get to financial freedom. Building out your empire, 9 out of 10 times, unless you have an extremely high income skill, is going to require some level of debt, even if it's just your college education or some kind of certification that you have to take that out to fund to get the skill set you need to go out into the workplace and get a high income skill. I don't really care who you are or what background you come from. If you're in a capitalist society, in America's capitalist society, debt is an essential tool. Learn how to use it to your benefit. And if you're not, in the case of credit cards, use it transactionally and pay it off and keep it moving. To all my pioneers out there, welcome back. To my new viewers, welcome in. You want to learn more about myself in the channel, start in the description section and work your way to the about section on the channel. Comment down below and let me know where you sit with your credit card relationships, your credit card partners, or your financial partners in credit card companies. Are you benefiting from it? Is your credit in a great position? Are you earning rewards points and benefits from these credit cards? Are you expanding and growing your business? Or are you on a negative end, and how can we help you? If you're struggling with credit card usage right now, this community, this environment that we're creating is here to help our pioneers build their empires out, not to step on anybody or demean anybody. If you're struggling with credit cards or if you're terrified of credit cards, comment down below and let us know so we can help you get on the right track with them. Other than that, I want y'all to stay focused, stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.